Let us now look at the classification of communication. Communication can be formal or informal. Formal communication may be vertical or horizontal, and formal vertical communication may happen upward or downward. Formal communication occurs through official channels as outlined in the organizational chart, which tells us who is reporting to whom and who is responsible for various things in the organization. Communication can take place between different levels of hierarchy, that is vertically, or across the same level, that is horizontally. In formal vertical communication, there can be upward communication, which is the flow of information from the subordinates to the superiors, such as applications for leave, submission of progress reports, requests for grants, etc. Or it may be vertical downward communication, which is the flow of information from the superiors to the subordinates, such as notices for meetings, orders to complete specific tasks, or passing guidelines or instructions. Horizontal lateral communication occurs between employees or managers at the same level across different departments. For example, communication between a production manager and a marketing manager regarding a product delivery schedule or design or quality is horizontal lateral communication. Informal communication is also called grapevine communication. Why? If you look at a wild grapevine, it will grow and spread randomly in different directions. There is no specific structure. And this is similar to how informal communication happens in an organization. It will be unstructured and random and will grow in different directions. But when the same grapevines are grown in a vineyard and there are specific frames and supports, then they grow in a structured and orderly fashion, just like how formal communication happens in an organization in a structured and a orderly fashion. Informal communication occurs outside the formal communication channels. This type of communication spreads throughout an organization without adhering to official lines of authority. For example, a junior member of one team may informally communicate with a senior member of another team without keeping his or her own manager in the loop. So, what are the characteristics of informal communication? It can be spontaneous and unstructured because it arises from the natural need of employees to share views and information that may not be easily communicated through formal channels. For example, casual conversations among employees about workplace rumors or about behavior of superiors or about potential transfers. It can be rapid and uncontrolled because information spreads quickly through the grapevine networks, often without regard for accuracy, which can lead to distortions and can create rumors. It can be difficult to trace. The origin of informal communication is hard to identify, making it challenging to manage. Employees may just say, "I heard it from someone," without identifying who gave them the informal or incorrect information. It may have an impact on the work environment because rumors and informal discussions can influence employee behavior, sometimes negatively affecting the work environment. But these informal communication networks also have some potential benefits because despite its risks, informal communication can be useful for managers to quickly disseminate information or gauge employee reactions before making any formal announcements or communications. For example, if the company wants to change a particular process or policy, the informal networks can help the managers in understanding how the workers may react, and they can make any required changes before they formally roll out or announce the policies.